Children, now let us start the unit acids, bases and salts. What are these acids, bases and salts? These are the compounds. These are the three types of compounds based on chemical properties. So you take that acids, bases and salts are the compounds. Acids, bases and salts are three types of compounds. Three types of compounds based on chemical properties. Chemical properties. Then what is acid? What is acid? Acid is a compound which is sour in taste and change the color of blue litmus to red. So you take acid is a compound or substance. You take acid is a compound or substance. Acid is a compound or substance which is sour in taste. Which is sour in taste and change the color of blue litmus to red. And change the color of blue litmus to red. So then what is acid? Acid is a compound. It is a substance which is sour in taste and change the color of blue litmus to red. In your daily life you are using many substances which are sour in taste. You know the lemon juice is sour in taste, so it is acidic in nature. Similarly, tamarind is there, that is also sour in taste, that is also acidic in nature. And similarly, vinegar, these are the different types of acids. So acid is a compound which is sour in taste and change the color of blue litmus to red. Then you can give the examples of some natural substances which are acidic in nature. You know that is lemon. Lemon and also orange. Then you can have tamarind, grapes. Similarly, you can give many examples, etc. are sour in taste as they are having acid. So what is the acid present in lemon and orange? Lemon and orange is having citric acid. And also this tamarind and grapes are having tartaric acid. Grapes is also having acid, that is tartaric acid. Similarly, tomato is also having acid, that is oxalic acid. So different types of acids are present in lemon, orange, tamarind, tomato, grapes, etc. You can give more number of examples which are available in nature containing the acid. So let us write lemon, orange. What is the acid present in lemon and orange? That is citric acid. So lemon and orange are the natural source of citric acid. Similarly, can give example of tartaric acid, that is tamarind. Tamarind is having tartaric acid. Then you can give tomato. Tomato is having oxalic acid. This tamarind, this grapes also is having tartaric acid. Tomato is having oxalic acid. Now let us come to the base. Then what is base? Base is a substance or compound which is bitter in taste and change the color of red litmus to blue. So write that what is base? Base is a compound or substance. Compound, we take in the bracket compound or substance which change the color of red litmus to blue, which changes color of red litmus to blue. So see the nature of acid and base. Acid is sour in taste and base is bitter in state. And acid changes the color of blue litmus to red. Base changes the color of red litmus to blue. That is the main difference between the acid and base. Children, recall how tested sour and bitter substances without tasting them. You already know that acids are sour in taste, change the color of blue litmus to red, and bases are bitter and change the color of the red litmus to blue. Then what is litmus? Litmus is a natural indicator. Here we came to the word indicators. Indicators. Then what are indicators? What are indicators? So here we discussed that litmus is an indicator to check whether the given compound is acidic or basic. Then what is indicator? Indicators are chemical substances which give different color in acidic or basic solution. So take that indicators are chemical substances which give different color in acidic or basic solutions. In acidic or basic solutions. What are indicators? Indicators are chemical substances which give different color in acidic or basic solutions. And there are different types of indicators. So you can give many examples of indicator: methyl orange, phenolphthalein. There are different types of indicators. There are three types of indicators: natural indicators, synthetic indicators, and olfactory indicators. So you take the three types of indicators. Three types of indicators. First one you take natural indicators. Second one you take synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators. Third one, olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators. Then what are natural indicators? The indicators which are available in nature. You know the examples of natural indicators. They are litmus, turmeric, red cabbage leaves, colored petals of hydrangea, petunia, geranium, etc. These are the natural indicators. They are available in nature. So here you take natural indicators. Natural indicators. Which are the examples of natural indicators? Some natural indicators are litmus, turmeric, red cabbage leaves, colored petals of hydrangea, petunia, and geranium, etc. And also vanilla extract is there. That is also one of the example of the natural indicators. Then second one, what is the second type? Synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators. So the word itself said it is synthesized. It is prepared artificially. So you take synthetic indicator. Synthetic indicators, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. These two are the examples of synthetic indicators. So you write methyl orange, phenolphthalein. These two are the indicators which are chemically synthesized. Then next one, third one is olfactory indicators. So you take olfactory indicators. What are olfactory indicators? The substances whose odor changes in acidic or basic medium are called olfactory indicators. So write that the substances whose odor changes in acidic or basic medium. In acidic or basic medium are called olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators. So you can give many examples. You can give, that is onions, vanilla, cloves, etc. onions, vanilla, cloves, etc. These are some examples of olfactory indicators, and all these indicators are also called acid-base indicators. Generally, they are called indicators, and especially you can say they are acid-base indicators. Generally, they are used to test the acid and base, so they are called acid-base indicators. So the three types are natural indicators, synthetic indicators, and olfactory indicators. Natural indicators are available naturally, and synthetic indicators are they are chemically synthesized. Olfactory indicators are the substance which changes their odor in acidic and basic medium. So here some examples also discussed. So you know that acid changes blue litmus to red and base changes red litmus to blue. That is about the litmus. So litmus acts as a indicator and it is originated from the plant. And turmeric. Turmeric is also naturally available substances and it is plant origin, and it also acts as a acid base indicator. And you know that turmeric stain on cloth is yellow colored. When washed with soaps, get red colored, that is in basic medium. Again, when washed with water, the basic medium is washed, hence the stain turns back to yellow. Here, you have noticed that a stain of curry on a white cloth becomes reddish brown when soap, which is basic in nature, is scrubbed on it. It turns yellow again when the cloth is washed with plenty of water. So, it is clear that turmeric also acts as a indicator, acid base indicator, and this litmus is also natural indicator. It is extracted from a lichen, a plant belonging to division Thallophyte. So it is available from the plant extract. So it is natural indicator, and it is purple dye. It is purple in color. Litmus solution is extracted from a lichen, a plant belonging to division Thallophyte, and this litmus solution is purple in neutral solution. The color litmus showing in neutral solution is purple color. What is the color of the litmus solution? It is in the neutral solution, it is purple. And you know that in acid it is red and in base it is blue. Then methyl orange, it is a synthetic indicator. It gives pink color with acid solution and yellow color with base solution. It gives pink color with acid solution and yellow color with base solution. Then phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is colorless in acid solution while it turns into pink color in base solution. Here in acid it is colorless, and base it is which color? It is in base it is yellow color. And also it is discussed that onions, vanilla and cloves are the olfactory indicators which changes their odor in acidic or basic medium. So here how this onion acts as a olfactory indicator. Here cut fresh onion and leave it overnight with cotton strips. Keep cotton strips on a clean surface and add few drops of dilute HCl on one end and dilute NaOH on another end. Rinse with water. We observe cotton strip with basic solution, that is with dilute sodium hydroxide, loses its characteristic smell, and the acidic solution of dilute HCl is unable to destroy the onion smell. So here in acidic solution there is no change in the smell of the onion, but in basic solution, in dilute sodium hydroxide solution, its characteristic smell is lost. So that is cotton strip with basic solution, that is with the dilute sodium hydroxide, loses its characteristic smell, and the cotton strip with acidic solution, that is of dilute HCl, is unable to destroy the onion smell. Onion smell remains as it is. So here onion acts as a indicators, which is called the olfactory indicators. Similarly, vanilla and this cloves. Take two test tube with dilute HCl and dilute sodium hydroxide. Add vanilla essence or close to both tubes and shake well. Check for the change in odor, and what will you observe? The characteristic odor of clove oil and vanilla is retained in acidic solution and lost in presence of base. Both of these loses their odor in the basic solution in sodium hydroxide, but the odor remains as it is in acidic solution. So this vanilla and cloves acts as a indicators which are called olfactory indicators. Children, here is a activity for you. Collect the following samples from the science laboratory: hydrochloric acid HCl, sulfuric acid H2SO4, nitric acid HNO3, acetic acid CH3COOH. These are the acids, and the bases: sodium hydroxide NaOH, calcium hydroxide CaOH twice, potassium hydroxide KOH, magnesium hydroxide MgOH twice, and ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. These are the bases. Put a drop of each of the above solutions on a watch glass and test with a drop of the following indicators. What changes in color did you observe with red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange solutions for each of the solutions taken? Tabulate your observations in the form of this one. Here the samples, acid or base, and red litmus solution, drop of that solution in red litmus solution, blue litmus solution, phenolphthalein solution and methyl orange solution, and we have to tabulate the observations. Now let us tabulate the solutions. Sample solution are HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, CH3, COOH. These are the acids, and NaOH, which is a base, CaOH twice, KOH, MgOH twice, NH4OH. These 4 are acids and these 5 are bases. Now let us take one by one. Here red litmus solution. Put a drop of HCl in red litmus solution. Here you know that there is no any change in color. So write no change. Here also H2SO4 drop also no changes the color, there is no any change, and with HNO3 drops also no change in color, and with CH3COH acid also, acetic acid also no change in color. Red solution remains red only. But when a drop of sodium hydroxide, which is base, is put into the red litmus solution, it changes to blue, turns blue. This red litmus solution turns blue, and CaOH twice drop also turns blue. This KOH, potassium hydroxide, also turns blue. Magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice, also turns blue. Ammonium hydroxide also turns blue. Then put a drop of HCl in blue litmus solution. Here what happens? The blue litmus solution turns red. And also H2SO4 turns, H2SO4 drop turns blue litmus solution to red. So you write turns red. HNO3 also turns red. CH3COH also turns red. But NaOH will not change the color of the blue litmus solution. So you write no change. CaOH twice drop also not changes the color. So here also no change with KOH drop, and MgOH twice drops also not changes. No change. Now with the phenolphthalein solution, you know that with the HCl drop it is colorless. With H2SO4 drop also it is colorless. With HNO3 also it is colorless. With CH3COH also it is colorless. Then NaOH, it turns pink. As it is base, it turns phenolphthalein solution to pink. CaOH twice also turns pink. This also turns pink. This also turns pink. NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide, also turns phenolphthalein solution pink. Then methyl solution. Methyl solution. Here HCl turns methyl solution pink. H2SO4 also turns pink. So that is pink. But in NaOH, it is NaOH turns yellow. CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide, also turns yellow. KOH also yellow. This is also MgOH, magnesium hydroxide, also yellow, and ammonium hydroxide also yellow. These are the tabulation made with the observation of the color changes. Children, one more activity is there for you. Take some finely chopped onions in a plastic bag along with some strips of clean cloth. Tie up the bag tightly and leave overnight in the fridge. The cloth strips can now be used to test for acids and bases. Take 2 of these cloth strips and check their odor. Keep them on a clean surface and put a few drops of dilute HCl solution on one strip and a few drops of dilute NaOH solution on the other. And observe and verify what happens to the odor. Rinse both the cloth strips with water and again check their odor. Note your observations. Now take some dilute vanilla essence and clove oil and check their odor. Take some dilute HCl solution in one test tube and dilute NaOH solution in another. Add a few drops of dilute vanilla essence to both the test tubes and shake well. Check the odor once again and record changes in odor if any. Similarly, test the change in the odor of clove oil with dilute HCl and dilute NaOH and record your observations. So here, which of these vanilla, onion and clove can used as a olfactory indicators on the basis of your observations? What is the observation that you can make here? The acidic solution of dilute HCl is unable to destroy the onion smell. So write that the acidic solution of dilute HCl is unable to destroy the onion, vanilla and clove oil smell. But the basic solution it is NaOH solution. NaOH solution destroys smell of onion, vanilla and clove oil. Therefore, the smell of onion, clove oil and vanilla remains as it is in the acidic solution, but it destroys in the basic solution. Basic solutions destroys the smell of onion, vanilla and clove oil, but acidic solution will not destroy the onion, vanilla and clove oil solution.